Stretching the hamstring muscle group, the back of the thigh, is important for most individuals. There are two ways I'm going to show to stretch it. One is to use a wall to your benefit, and instead of the wall, I'm going to use the edge of the table here, representative of a vertical wall. And what we'll do is we'll position ourselves on the floor, and we're going to stretch the right hamstring, but at the same time our effort is going to be to keep the pelvis in safe, stable alignment also. So we would scoot up to a wall and perhaps a hallway or a doorway and allow this leg to go flat through the doorway or down the hall, and put the heel up against the wall with the knee extended, and you'll feel the stretch here. And then as you elongate and get the muscle into a more stretched out position, you scoot your hips or buttock closer to the vertical aspect of the wall, and eventually we want to keep the leg close to vertical, feeling the stretch here. We want to try to bend the ankle to 90 degrees, but we want this leg and pelvis to be flat on the floor. We don't want to allow it to flex because that neutralizes some of the stretching benefit. So essentially we want a 90-degree angle between this hip and this one, if we can achieve that eventually. And we'd like to hold that stretch for about 20 to 30 seconds. An alternative way to stretch, this time demonstrating on the left, is that if we start in this position, we can interlace our fingers just below the knee to support it, and we can bring the leg position up to about 90 degrees here, and then we can straighten out the lower leg to the point of feeling the stretch. And you'll usually feel some tremoring and quivering in the muscle as it's stretching, but that's okay. And as an adjunct and benefit to that stretch, you can initially contract or tighten the muscle immediately before you stretch it, and that actually makes it easier for the muscle to stretch. So for the hamstring, that's easily done by starting here, pushing the heel down into the floor, so you're bending the knee and driving the heel into the floor, and you're holding pressure for about 5 seconds. Now, you're not doing a maximum energy effort of the muscle, you're just doing about a 60% of maximum pull, but you hold that for 5 seconds, and then you immediately go into the stretch, and you can control the degree of stretch by how much you straighten out the knee. And you'll feel the stretch here. You'll see my leg somewhat tremoring here due to the stretch. And you'd like to hold that for 15 to 30 seconds.